Konnichiwa, welcome to How to Japanese series. In this video, you will learn how to tell time in Japanese. Let's begin with telling time on the hour. To tell time on the hour, you must know numbers from 1 to 12, and they are 1, 2, 3, 4 or 4, 5, 6, 7 or 7, 8, 9 or 9, 10, 11, and 12. After the numbers, we would add ji, which means o'clock. So, 1ji means 1 o'clock, 2ji means 2 o'clock, and so forth. Even though 4, 7, and 9 have two pronunciations, please use yoji for 4 o'clock, shijiji for 7 o'clock, and kuji for 9 o'clock. This is how we will write 1 o'clock to 12 o'clock in hiragana and in kanji, respectively. Now let's move on to say half past the hour. To tell 1:30, 2:30, etc., all we have to do is to add han, which means half. So 1ji han literally means 1 o'clock and a half, meaning 1:30. So 2:30 is 2ji han, 3:30 is 3ji han, and so forth. The clock shows 2 o'clock. In Japanese, we would say 2ji desu. You can also add ima in the beginning of a sentence and say ima 2ji desu, which means now it is 2 o'clock. If you would like to know if it is 2 o'clock now, all you have to do is add ka in the end of a sentence. So the sentence goes like this. Ima 2ji desu ka? Ima 2ji desu ka? If you would like to know what time it is right now, then all you have to do is change ni, which is 2, to nan, which means what. So the Japanese sentence would go like this. Ima, nanji desu ka? Ima, nanji desu ka? The boy is asking the stranger what time it is.
すみません。今何時ですか?
4時半です。
ありがとうございます。
いいえ、どういたしまして。Next, we will move on to learn how to say AM and PM in Japanese. Take the United Airlines flight schedule, for example. It is showing 5 p.m. and 10:30 a.m. Here's a screenshot of a portion of the JR bullet train timetable. For these times, they are AM. These times, they are PM. Please note that after 12 noon, starting at 1 p.m., Japan uses military time. 13:08 means 1:08 p.m. and 13:23 means 1:23 p.m. Here we will learn how to say AM and PM in Japanese with the time. To add AM to the time, all we have to do is add gozen. Please note in English, AMPM follows the time, but in Japanese, it is the other way around. So 1 AM is gozen 1ji, 2 AM is gozen 2ji, 3 AM is gozen 3ji, and so forth. To add PM to the time, all we have to do is add gogo. Just like gozen, gogo precedes the time in Japanese. So 12 noon is gogo 12ji. 13 o'clock, which is 1 p.m. in Japanese, it is gogo 1ji. That is, you should be able to tell the time all the way from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. In terms of the 24th hour, 12 midnight, we say gozen 0ji. Some people use yonaka no 12ji, which literally means late night's 12 o'clock. Therefore, 12:30 a.m. midnight. The clock is showing 2 a.m. In Japanese, we say, 今、午前2時です。今、午前2時です。If we want to ask, is it 2 a.m. now, all we have to do is add ka in the end of a sentence. So we say, 今、午前2時ですか? 今、午前2時ですか? So how do we tell time of a city or a country? For example, if you want to know the time in New York, you would use this sentence pattern. Place は今何時ですか? Place は今何時ですか? So, ニューヨークは今 何時ですか? ニューヨークは今何時ですか? The direct translation will be as for New York. Now, what time is it? What time is it now in New York? If you would like to know what time it is in Moscow, you would say, モスクワは今何時ですか? モスクワは今何時ですか? If you would like to know what time it is in Seoul, you would say, ソウルは今何時ですか? ソウルは今何時ですか? So apply the same concept if you would like to know what time it is in Tokyo. Then you would say, 東京は今何時ですか? 東京は今何時ですか? Now let's listen to this dialogue between the girl student and the teacher. 先生、ロンドンは今何時ですか?
9時半です。
午後9時半ですか?
いいえ、午前9時半です。ロンドンは今朝です。
Minutes in Japanese can be pronounced either as fun or pun, depending on the number before it. Let's practice 1 minute to 10 minutes. 1分、2分、3分、4分 or 4分、5分、6分、7分、8分、9分、10分. Here's a table that you can use to learn how to tell from 1 minute to 50 minutes. You can apply the same concept and count all the way to 60 minutes and beyond. If you would like to describe this time, you would say, 今午後7時15分です。今午後7時15分です。If you would like to ask the question, you would say, 今午後7時15分ですか? 今午後7時15分ですか? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, ではまた。